Ying family, Masa here. Greetings, Mbote. I think you're all doing great. So, brothers and sisters, today we're gonna talk about the church. Should we go to church? Yeah, and I will tell you why, my perspective, why I do not go to church. And I think it's everyone is different, and I think everyone has also another view or um, another experience in church. I grew up in church. What means growing up in church? We went always to church. It was very nice. From there, I have learned guidance to follow the Most High, improve my spirituality. It helped me a lot because it really helped me because it was also a spiritual church. There are different kind of churches outside there. There are churches that believe in different kind of things. Um, the churches that have spiritual guidance and believe in it, and there are some people, some churches that do not believe in that. There are people, some churches that do not even worship. They just listen to the word. Uh, Different kind of churches outside there. Different kind of churches. Um, so I had the chance to, yeah, to be in the Turkish church, and there they learned a lot of stuff, a lot of nice songs that were given from our forefathers, even before those pastors from today are took those places. So a lot of revelation music. You receive also revelations. It is a spiritual. It was a spiritual church. But why do I not go or prefer to go to church today? This is now my question, and this is what I want to answer and explain. And I think it's very important for everyone to have his opinion because we have always this. How can I say? We feel like we should go to church, and we have always this bad feeling, like, uh, oh yeah, my parents used to go. I used to go before. It's the God's house. This is where where I can meet a girlfriend, a man, or some other people that I can hang around with. My children will have some partners to play with. It's a gathering. you know there's a lot of nice things in church, a lot. But why do I not go to church? Like I said, everyone is different. And yes, let us start. Kembo Kembo na Tanzania Mazulu. Yeah, greetings and bote to everyone. Yeah, let us hear what the Most High gave me so that you can have your own opinion. And maybe you have also your own opinion and another mindset or another thought. You can write it down there so that can know what happened to you, or why you do not go to church, or why you still go to church, or whatever, what else. Okay, good, great. Um, Church. Like I said, if we do not go to church, we have always this feeling like something is missing, because we came from this church background. We know the good parts when we were young, singing, having a little work inside church. It was nice. You have your friends there, you're living with good people around you, etc., etc. And now most of us are at home. because of COVID, because of different kind of things that happen in our lives, because time has just taken us out from church for, there are different kind of reasons. Maybe people had also a bad experience in church, and that's why they left. Because there are some people, I call them church jumpers. They jump from one church to another to find something that doesn't exist. Now, I do not go to church because the things that they teach is completely wrong. That what they teach is not from the Most High. It sounds crazy, right? Yeah? You have to remember that the Most High's word is like a hammer, it is like a fire. It hurts, it is strong. Yeah? The Most High's word is there to change someone completely and to give him experience to make a change in his uh, neighborhood, community, in the world. Okay, if the spirit is strong, this is what the Most High's word does. It makes you like, strong, like, it gives you the thoughts that no one can touch you or no one can do you anything because the Most High is with you, like an angel or something like that, like a warrior. But in church, the Most High is weak, and they do not preach the Most High. They preach Jesus, and He is a sheep. He's weak. So are you. So are you. You know. So the teachings are religious. Okay, it's white power. It's there to harm you, to make you weak. Weak, a sheep, someone that everyone can come and kill and take his all his siblings and all his goods and everything. This is the church. This is what church teaches, and that's why you see Africa has no guns. Africa has no economy. Africa has no nothing because the church is teaching these kind of things. But the white churches, from there came Joseph Smith and all the other sects, and we are coming to that very, very soon. The Kreuzritters are the cross ritter, like warriors, from the ancient times, the Crusades and whatever. All of them, Napoleon, every one of them was a Christian. All these killers were Christians. But if you go to the black people's, no, Jesus loves you. The cross is our nice sign. Believe, and they do not speak about the Most High. It's Jesus. Jesus is the Most High. He came down. Okay, he came down. Yeah, became flesh. Okay, walked under us. He did not go to toilet. He did not lie. He did not do anything. He had no women. He didn't touch anything bad. He didn't say anything bad. So he was God. He did not even touch the ground. He flied, So it's crazy. This is church. This is what they teach. This is the first thing what you know in church, what they teach. They teach Jesus. They teach you to be humble. They harm you. Fear is in you. Fear. It's not like you are strong and understand there are some people around you that are different and you have to change things, etc., etc. You have to work, going to do your agriculture, building up the Most High's kingdom, and no. Then what you do is building up the church of the pastor. Yeah. Then what you do is sitting there and just listening to the pastor. Okay. And what comes out of him is Christian. Yeah. Vorherrschaft. Vorherrschaft is like that what the Christians did in the time of colonialism. Yeah. The same thing what they did in Spain. It's the same thing what they did in Australia. It's the same thing what they did in India and everywhere where they were. Yeah. Christian, you know, white Christian religious teaching. Yeah. To take your land and whatever. This is what Christianity is. When we go back to it, to these churches, what they teach. This is the same thing what they teach our forefathers when they enslaved us, when they did the worstest thing to us. There's no difference. This is what they teach. They teach white power. Okay? This can't build us as a people, as a nation. It can't build us. After 400 years, the church did not build anything in Africa. But the whole world is built with the money of the churches. Rome. Why is Rome so Rome? Rome is small. There is nothing. But Rome is known because of its church. Barcelona, Spain. The Crusades. Did you heard about them? These were the biggest killer in the name of Jesus. Okay? So what I want to say is, do these black pastors not understand what they teach actually? They teach white power. This is how they went all over the world, enslaved and did the worst with Christianity. It's the same teaching. Nothing has changed. You will go to hell. The Most High will punish you. The Most High hates people that sin. And then they will send disciples. My goodness. They will send disciples outside there. They will start teaching you like snakes. And definitely not doves, but snakes and wolves. The Most High loves you so much. You will go to hell, Armageddon. Hey, just the only fear. There's nothing like, hey, do you know that you are the chosen? And I'm coming to that very soon, because that's what they always forget is that Moses was in the Pharaoh's house. Yeah, he completely forgot who he is. But when the Spirit come upon him, he already understood that he's not from the same guys like this white Chinese and whatever churches they used to pretend. Okay, and this happens to everyone. When Samsung, the Spirit came, it's about the Spirit. The Spirit of the Most High will teach you here in that church here, with this mammons and gargoyles and Jesus here and whatever they used to write there. And there's some churches full of gold, full of white angels and whatever, full of pictures of Saint Nicholas that used to be the Jesus and Matthew and Luke and whatever. And look at the names that I have called now. Look at the book itself. Look at the lies in Christianity. It's well prepared. Christians are lost. I want to save you, Master. I want to save you. I want you to go to heaven. I want you to go to heaven. Tomorrow you can be with me in heaven. Don't forget, when Isaiah was on this cross, these were killers around him. Yeah, both of them, killers. And he said to them, hey, we go to heaven. Brothers and sisters, no one can tell you how you will make it to heaven, because when he's talking about heaven, he himself is not understanding that heaven is an afterlife experience. So what is he talking about? Actually, he's saying you have to die if you want to make it to heaven. No, you don't want to die. You want to stay here, feed your children, having fun, see whatever you can change in this world and why you are here in this world. But these people are talking about a life that doesn't exist in this world here. Did you know that? Ask them, tell them, what is heaven? And they will tell you, yeah, we're gonna go. Hey, I'm here now, so where should I go? Which means you have to die. You have to die, and then you go to heaven. The problem about heaven is there is definitely a heaven, but they called it heaven. Okay? Because what means heaven for them? Heaven means for them above, right? You will never know if it is on the left, if it is right, if it is down here, or if it is above. There is no above. That's the first thing. Heaven is also not heaven because here this earth is also heaven. Okay? It's just the spiritual world. And this is what they do not tell you. They're talking about the spiritual world. When you left your body and you become spirit, as everything was created by the spirit in this world. Okay? So they do not even know what they are talking about. You go to the spiritual room and it has to come back to the spiritual room because in the spiritual room, it is made like that those who are there spend the time there, yeah, and has to come back. And like you're coming in flesh, maybe in the ancient times where we were a little bit more blessed, living a little bit longer than only 60 or 70 years, and then you're going back to the spiritual world where the Most High is the King. And the Christian does not explain that very well because most of the people, maybe I have to make a new video about reincarnation. I did videos about that a long time ago because I heard even great teachers speaking, there is no reincarnation, because they did not understand, they did not understand that reincarnation is also a Christian or European word, but in the cosmos, there is a Congolo. There is a Congolo, there is a circle. That what goes will come back. The Most High have never created new people again. But because many of us are, to have the spirit of the Most High, you have to be sensible. Very sensible. That's why it's not every child, that you see that you should give to your uncle, your father, your mother, your friends to hold. If there is something in this child, this vibration is already there, that this child is very sensible to the spirit, and the day that this child, this person will meet spiritual people, that what is inside of that person will be awoken. Okay? Because that child is born like that. What I want to say is, not all of us, because they are teachers, I'm a pastor, I'm an apostle, I'm a whatever, evangelist, they have names. I tell you, these people have titles. I don't know. Bishop. Wait a minute. If I'm saying I'm a prophet, it's just because it's a translation of a seer. I'm Nganga, Gunza. Ngunza Nganga goes to someone who sees. A doctor. I'm a doctor. Okay, a helper, someone who can help things that is invisible, that because it's a gift. But this title's there. What has this to do with doctor? What has this to do with our forefathers' knowledge that were given to someone to guide the others? These are titles from the Christian colonizers. How can I call myself like that? Which means I'm a Christian, pastor, and wants to lift myself up to something that will not give any thing to our people. It doesn't help our people if you're a pastor, if you are uh, evangelist and all these names. It doesn't help us. Okay? I will go to the scriptures very soon, and I'm going to prove to you, brothers and sisters, that the Most High has never called any pastor for help, any bishop. We know that the New Testament is very different, and even there, he never called them. He never said, Pastor, go save my people. Pastor, go preach my people. Pastor, you are chosen. He never said that. Never, never in the whole book. I have never seen, oh, I'm an apostle. Hey, what is? No. Apostle comes from Yesaiah. Yeah. But the Most High himself, he has his soldiers that he sent. Okay? But look, we are here to understand the bigger thing behind bars. 400 years Christianity. They created NGOs, charities, okay? The UN, okay? And all these things that should help us in Africa, in the ghettos, and everywhere where we are in the islands, because we are in the four corners of the earth, right? We are everywhere and nowhere. Okay? And what happens? Exactly these Christian organizations, yeah, are misleading us, giving us two or three coins, two or three cookies, and taking the whole land, taking the all goods. Hey, brothers and sisters, if you know what the Red Cross has done the last years, and behind all that is the Catholic Church, okay? The Catholic Church, the mother of all churches, because if you say that you're a Christian, if you say that you are even a Muslim is a little bit Catholic, yeah. Okay, Catholic is too big. The name of Catholic, it goes to the seats of Dawidi, the guy that is sitting there. Yeah, he sits on the throne of the Most High. If you don't know, guys, that's why he's calling himself the serpent. Okay, so much power does a pope have, but people do not even know. And behind the pope, there are Jesuits, there are Templars, there are, people that we can't even imagine. Okay, and behind them is a black guy, because it started with a black guy that was the first pope. Okay, that's why you see sometimes, oh, they pray to Jesus because he's black. Not really. Okay, it's just mammon. Mammon stills mammon. Mammon stays mammon. Mammon is mammon, and this is definitely not the way how our forefathers worshipped. They, these people are far in spirituality, dangerous people, and they created all these colonial organizations, yeah, so that we think, oh, these people used to come to help the African Union and whatever, our people in the ghettos. Oh, isn't this happened? The Red Cross is helping. Okay, not really. They build a Barcelona with the money of the church, Rome. All this what you see here in Germany were built by the church. In Germany, you have every 10th corner you have a church. In every 10th corner you have a church. Because also in the ancient time, because they believed a lot in Satanism, even if they don't want to tell us, in the time of John d'Arc in France and whatever, every 10 corner church, and not a small one, right? And there are some churches, they have the bones of the ancient fathers, people that had something to do in the history of religion, bones and skeletons, and other artifacts that they believe there's power in it. No, the church has nothing to do with spirituality. No, we in the Jehovah Witness, we don't believe in spirits and whatever. All lies. And all of them are Catholics. All of them are are colonizers, all of them, slave traders, rapers, okay? Because behind all this kind of people, there is not a good history that follows them. There is a horrible history that follows them, full of blood. Okay, we have to understand that we cannot mix up things. It can come the best pastor, a good, nice guy that wants to teach me Jesus, whatever. But if I tell him, do you know where all this came from? Our people did not worship someone with letter J. The guy that will come, the quatulendo, yeah, that will have the staff that will go all over the world to punish the nations, to punish the world. He's coming with military. He's coming by putting people from science state that we can build and bring economy for our people. And he's not coming to build Europe, Barcelona, to build America, everything that is built. He's coming to destroy it. Go to the book of Obadiah. Go to the book of Amos. Yeah, go to the book of our prophets. Man, why is my computer all shutting down? Go to the book of our prophets. Go to the book of our prophets, and you're going to understand that he's coming to judge. So who are you waiting for? Oh, he will come from heaven with his angels. He's coming to bring the rapture, and we're going to be blown, beamed. But beamed to where? Which kind of heaven? What are you talking about? And now they're looking for Mars, they're looking for Jupiter, they're looking for the moon. They didn't find the Most High at all. There's no one that's sitting in the moon with a long beard like that, white eyes and whatever. Hey, I am Santa Claus, I am the Father. And everyone, when we were small, believed that they're sitting somewhere there in the above because the pastor was talking rubbish, yeah, with his black mouth. Jesus, oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. And everyone believed that there must be a white guy, a white Matthew, a white James, a white, and he believed that there too. Don't worry, he believed that everything is white though. So what I want to say is, if we don't come down, if we do not start worshiping in spirit and in truth, and really finding the real point that we can follow, many of us will perish, because the Most High has already spread out his truth, who we are, who the nations are, where we go, and all those kind of things. But there are still some people. That's why we can go to Matthew 5. There's still some people, they do not want the truth. It's not like they hadn't understood or heard it. It's like they do not want it. They don't like it. It goes in and out. It's like they don't like it. It's not made for them. There's some people, they love church, but they love all the lies in church. Everything that is a lie, this is what they accept. But the truth, they don't like it. Matthew 5 talks about, Isaiah talks about his mission. And he said, I did not come to take away the laws. I did not come and bring any law. The laws will stay the same. And the laws means what? Tradition and culture. If you see the Chinese today, are that what they are today? It's because there is a tradition and culture behind in their politic, in their spiritual belief, in everything what they do, and it stays the same. The Muslims too. Oh, this is our cleaner. By the Muslims too, they do the same. The Christians today, what they do, this is their way. What is the way of the black African or the black Americans or whatever? We don't have any. So, now I've forgotten something that I want to say that was very, very important. My goodness, all doors are opening in that house. Mhm. Um. Okay. Oh my goodness. Exactly. So, if we go to the pastors, yeah, what the pastors have never understood, especially black pastors, that what they teach is exactly that what uh Diego Cao came to teach us, or the Leopold II, okay? They came with the church system, building a house where you gather all these blacks and start teaching him about Santa Claus. And by seeing these black people having powers and knowledge that they themselves not had. The thing is, they went to Israel and they asked in Israel with the Bible in their hand, because black people sometimes think that they wrote the Bible. They are so stupid and think they wrote the Bible. It's a damn lie. If a black, if my forefathers would write the Bible, they wouldn't call it Bible. Bible is a Bible bibliothèque. It's a dictionary of books putting together. And then you can say some of the stories came from our fathers down there, here and there, that they rewrote into their language. Okay? So they wrote it. They wrote it. And when they wrote it, they start to put in seers, pastors, evangelists. They came to understand. They had now to learn the secrets, what they have taken from the papyrus scripts. Yeah. And what they do next? They went to Israel. And there in Israel, they asked, hey, do you know these people? Do you know these people here from this book? Israel and Jacob, because the names have changed, dudes. Who are those people? And they in Israel say, woo, these people not here, not here. They moved long time ago. And then you saw this guy's coming with the ships, okay? Coming with a knowledge that our people did not know. That they found the people of the book, that they found the chosen people. Okay, it's about the spirit. It's the spirit that makes you a slave in the ghettos. It's the spirit that is inside of you that makes you to become a prostitute. That it's a spirit that doesn't make you to become a colonel, a leader, whatever. And even if you're a leader, to become a puppet anyway. There is something inside of us. It has not even to do with the color. When a white guy starts talking about color, he's even shameful because he knows he wants to be black. When the Chinese is talking about, well, black, la la, he himself, he's scared because if he looks as a tall black guy, how nice we look like, how full we are, yeah, he's like, what the hell? How did the Most High create them? No, they share another spirit. They share another way. Okay? And there's one leader above all of them. And now you will be surprised. It's the black man on earth. Okay? And you think they have to pray to the Most High above, right? But don't forget, if he's above, he's on the right, he's on the left, he's also down here. Which means you are representing the Most High, which they have to bow to. The nations has to bow to. That's why you see the scriptures are talking about They will bow in front of you and calling you Zion. And who is Zion? The Most High Himself. So it's you. And that pastor, yeah, let us look above. Let us look to the right. We're going to find Jesus. We're going to find them. We're going to find the angels. What the damn lie? You know, it's about kingdomship, royalty, royal priesthoods. Okay? I have never understood anything that they teach in this uh, religious groups. They do not understand what they teach. They do not. They read this book like a comic book or a book for babies. You know, here, my child. This is here the time when you have to sleep. This is the time when you know. This is not how we should understand things. And then what they have not understand as well is that religion is politic. How can you take religion from politic? Okay? How? If a politician, for example, is in power, okay, and there is someone somewhere doing miracles, having a lot of people around him, talking about that he is the one that's gonna save and doing a lot of stuff, then you don't have one king only there. No, 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 no. You have another king of the other side too that is even more dangerous than the politician or the king. Because that king right there, he's doing moves that this guy right there can't do. Hey, what will happen? War. That's why you had religious wars all over the time. And the church took over. You guys have to do your researches about religion. Religion is the worstest thing that could happen to black people. And religions went all over the world to spread out religion by force. And there was always armies behind it, killing and lynching and doing the worstest. So if someone says, I'm a pastor, I'm a bishop, I'm an apostle, I'm a whatever, he's a stupid, he's dangerous, he's dumb, he's crazy. The guy, I'm sometimes like, from which kind of tree did he fall? Because it has nothing to do with the Most High. Nothing. This came with colonialism. And the cross, the sign of Satan itself, was mostly used for bad things. Mostly. The cross, red cross, the warriors, Templars, the Illuminatis, all the Satanists, yeah, they used to wear crosses. The cross. Oh, now you see the cross in the videos. If you take the cross out, the vampires will run away. Then you're gonna see no one will make it into your house. Put also the picture of Jesus there. But the only problem is they are forgetting that if you go to Google, there are many pictures of Jesus, you know. Always white, but there are many of them. Huh? They sometimes it looks a little bit younger, then it looks a little bit older, you know. So it's crazy. You can take the best picture that you like, you put it on your wall, yeah, then you take the cross, and believe me, everything will be fine. This is what they told our people. Our people were baptized, yeah, by a new God. And people do not want to believe that they were baptized in the name of Jesus. And this was the new God that made us fall. And the Bible's talking about it completely. Not to be baptized or to lay down. Kimbangu and all of them, Kimpavita, why did they die? Why did these prophets and warriors and kings die? Because the motivation speaker, there's a motivation speaker Satan, white man. He came with this motivation speak that the most of the pastors uses. Oh, they want to see a pastor having a nice beard, being light skinned, his hair nice, a good cravat, good. This is my pastor. I remember when our Yaya Jonathan was teaching. He looks like my uncle. He looks like my daddy. He looks like. I'm like, wow. You see, that guys, they don't search for the truth. They do not search for a change for their community. They're searching for the next guy that they can take the number and this is what is human. This is what the human is. He looks from outside. He loves that what is outside, but he's not understanding, what is inside. And good that my Yaya, he knew from the beginning. You knew, oh, I'm not from this kind. But every pastor outside would use that. Oh, look how I look like. I would do my businesses with that women's and this guys and whatever. And they do. They're doing fine with it. Okay? This is how the church, and the church is a place of wars. Okay? Just will tell you the truth. If you want to become a big war, go to church. This is what is happening there. Yeah, behind the scene. I don't want to go. I don't want to enter there because it can't be. It must be there. It must be there. You will see one woman just pass through all of these guys there, but everything is quiet. Everyone knows what is happening around behind the bars in church. This is church. Okay. If we go to, let me show you this Bible verses quickly. Just make. Brothers and sisters, if you have some questions, please ask. I think I know it's a very sensible topic. It's not for everyone, but sometimes we have to learn these things. Where's this window? Oh, yeah. So let us go and read some Bible verses here. Two. I don't want to read so many Bible verses today. There's so many things. Let us go to Jeremiah 7:4. I hope you can see. Yes. Okay. Do not trust these deceptive words. This is the temple of the Lord. The temple of the Lord. The temple of the Lord. Okay? This is what they say. Okay? Armed your ways and your deeds, and I will let you dwell in this place. Because these people will say, this is the temple of the Lord. Come, I will show you my church. I will show you my church. Come. Okay. Let's continue. I think everyone was called to church like that. But brothers and sisters, the temple or the church of the Most High is not only your body. What we're gonna let me go step by step. You're gonna understand now. 3 and 16. And he says, okay, do you not know that the temple of the Most High and God's Spirit dwells in you? So that's why you will be called Zion. So you are God. This is what the pharaohs knew and all of them. So they teaching something. Let's go to the temple of the Most High. The Most High has no temple. What kind of Most High is so small that you can put in their temples? Full of gold, full of sinners, full of whatever. But I will tell you something. Land, normal land, is given to everyone, yeah, in the kingdom, which means, what means kingdom? Kingdom is that what you call paradise, okay? You will have land, and this land you will have workers. You will have different kinds of animals. You will have different kinds of things that you're going to cultivate there, build there. And you're going to be the king of the kingdom. You know, this is how our forefathers lived. Even when what is the name of them? The Levites, our kingdoms in Africa were built already like that, like a quadrat form. It can be that all New York is yours, and then you are driving further. You are entering into a place. This is now another district for someone else. This is the kingdom of the Most High. Okay. This is why he says, in my house, I have many places, or many houses will be built. This is what they used to say. I go to heaven. So what are you doing in heaven? Maybe like the Muslims have very, very creepy and crazy thoughts what they want to do in heaven. I don't want to call them here out now. But these Christians, they have real issues. They have real problems. They do not know what they believe. How can I not know what I'm believing into? Just, yeah, I believe in Jesus. Yeah, I believe. Still a little bit sick. Sorry for that. If I go to Romans 8 and 16, it tells us the Spirit Himself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. You do not need, okay, someone else to come to teach you and tell you that the Spirit or the Most High is in you. Oh no, you are from Satan. I see you are doing wrong things. I have to save you. So then tell me, how do you want to save me? Only Jesus can save you. Jesus will save you in the name of Jesus. Hey, Jesus has never said that He's coming to save anyone. But I know that it's said that we're going to be saved by our doing. Okay? Now the same guy that is telling you that Jesus will save you, when you ask him, what did you do before? Oh, I was a sorcerer. What did you do before? Oh, I was an adulterer. What did you do before? Oh, I just killed someone. And you are coming and telling me that Jesus is going to save me. Do you understand what it wants to say? Ask them. They will tell you the verses. They will tell you that just here, 1 week or something ago, okay, a Jehovah wickedness, okay, he entered into the Jehovah wickedness church and killed some people there. Okay, this is how traumatized they are. These groups. This is how traumatized they are. Okay, so how can you tell me who the Most High is if I am the Most High? I can give birth, I can create phones, I can create every single thing. Everything was given to me. I can use every plant to create medicine and whatever. And every one of us has another way. Every one of us is different because we are angelic beings, because we are spiritual, because there's something in us that is called spirit and it's guiding us differently. And you want me to follow just your way? Your way? Jesus? When it's said that the Spirit will guide me to my goal. And when it said that the laws that is given into this world that we used to follow anyway, don't kill, don't rob, don't do this and this, principalities. When I follow this, I know already that I will make it. How can you tell me that Jesus will make me to make it and I have to come to your church, bow down in front of your pastor, give him my last coin? Hmm? Who will feed my children? Who will build my streets? Who will do whatever? Because the pastor doesn't have this ideas, this vision to build anything for our community. I have never heard TD Jakes has done anything in Ghana when he's going to chilling with the Ghanaian Women's Day. Or he's going to Nigeria, is finishing all of them up in one side. I have never heard he spending one coin there into these countries and doing something. Okay? So, brothers and sisters, what kind of people are we? You know? White people don't have this kind of problems, dude. They know already this pastor is a big liar. They're running with big crosses like that on the streets. And then entering cars you can't imagine. And the church is still doing big money. And we know at last that the Most High will punish all churches, right? Not only the Catholic. He will go through all the churches. Hey, do you remember that Yesaiah was destroying people that were selling stuff in front of the church? Do you remember that he was preaching in front of churches? He never preaches in synagogues. He didn't like to teach in synagogues. Do you remember that he was attacking Pharisees, Sadducees, all these priests? Do you remember, that he had nothing to do with them but fighting them, and they at last killed him or whatever? When I go now and talk about Jesus, what happened to him in the book, what is written there, who finished him up, and then they sold him for 30 whatever, what, pastors killed him. Pastors? And the same pastors are not teaching Jesus. So something's wrong here. How can you kill someone and then today you sit on his throne and then you teach him again? It doesn't make any sense to me. You have to ask them. You're teaching Jesus. What are you? I'm a pastor. I'm an apostle. Do you know that you guys killed him? It doesn't make any sense. Who killed him? According to the book, who? It was them. And why? Because that what you're telling me, that Jesus is the Savior, is not the truth. Because he didn't teach that. No one of them teach that. So what are you teaching me? Because you killed him because of his teachings. You killed all of this Kimpa Vita, Kimbangu, Andre Matswa because of their teachings. What did they do? Did they put a gun on you? Did they say, what did they do? Did they come and take your goods and your home or whatever? Did they slept your child? Yeah? Did they spit on you? What did they do? Nothing. They just teach, let our people go. They just teach the Most High differently. Okay? When you're a pastor, you can teach in your place with your Catholic or evangelic norms and forms and the traditions and culture. Okay? Go and teach at your side. And I will teach on my side, my people. Those who will listen to me, they will come with me. And you can be there and do your thing. But what will happen? They won't accept. They will come with guns, armies, politics, and everything to finish you off. If not with poison and everything. But you have to die. This is the problem here. Why do they have to kill the prophets? Bob Marley, Lucky Dube, all of them sang it. Miriam Makeba, all of them knew what they're doing to the saints, what they're doing to the smart people. In our songs, in Soweto, Sarafina, we sang the song of the Zulu by this calling their masters, doing the worstest in the name of Jesus. And how can someone, oh yeah, I'm a pastor. Oh, Jesus will come to save you. Hey, Jesus died in your hands, dude. What are you teaching? It's there. Read your book in the New Testament, how they used to call it. Who killed this Jesus in this Bible? Who killed him? These pastors. They drank his blood. Okay? They did whatever. Go to the book of Apocrypha and read what they have done to him. And do you know that these people were pedophiles? And they did the worstest because they believe in crazy stuff. These pastors there. Who came with this pedophile stuff in Africa, if not the pastors? Who? Who is gay and all this kind of things, if not the pastors? Who? Because they used to do like, yeah, we are saints and whatever. A pastor, a pastor. Some of them can't marry and whatever because they are so saint. Man and man, woman and woman. It starts in church. It starts there. So believe it or not, okay, it is stupid to be a Christian or to follow all these religious movements. It's crazy if someone to start telling me these kind of things. Let us read some Bible verses again. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna answer your questions very soon. Okay. Do I share? Yes. Great. Okay. So, for if a man wearing gold ring and fine clothing comes into your assembly, and a poor man in shabby clothing also comes in, and if you pay attention to the one who wears the fine clothing and say, you sit here in the good place, while you say to the poor man, you stand over there or sit down at my feet, have you not then made distinctions among yourself and become judges with evil thoughts? Listen, my beloved brothers, has not the Most High chosen those who are poor in the world to be rich in faith and heirs of the kingdom? I told you the kingdom is different than I told you. The kingdom means riches, having slaves, being a king in a kingdom. This is the kingdom. And not that what they say you will fly with Jesus. Which he has promised to those who love him. But you have dishonored to the poor man. Are not the rich the ones who oppress you and the ones who drag you into court? You know, when I was listening to that Bible verse, there's nothing new under the sun. This is not from now, but this is what happened before, right? But it's also happening now. These black pastors, dudes. Hey, white people doesn't share the spirit of the Most High. There must be someone, this yiseka'yah or whatever the world is waiting for, this quatulendo, because they even in the Congo tradition, we know that someone will come. In this Jesus thing, they can call it whatever, but we know that someone will come. Now look, do you think that he will be born or become like, I'm the richest and whatever? So it's about these poor people that share the Most High Spirit, sensible to the Most High Spirit, like we are. If we would be rich like the white people, believe me, we would give a damn about the Most High. And sometimes you should know that the Most High is not making some of us rich just because of that. If you have money, forget the Most High at your side. This is something very normal. What do you want to do? You buy him a temple, You buy his people here and there some things that you build there for a house or whatever, and then you see, oh man, the rest of the money is for me. Let me go to club. Let me go to pub. Let me have 10 women's. Let me have 20 cars. Let me have automatically. Solomon asked for wisdom, and he failed anyway. Okay, and you. Okay, and that's why he always, but I can make a whole teaching about this poor and rich thing. Why the spirit separates, and when the spirit separates, when you getting cash. Huh? The most, did you know, see, the most of the people who have money don't like the Most High automatically. They don't like him. You might think, oh, what's going on with that guy? He don't like it. Money makes. Give the government what he needs. It's cash. And he gives the Most High what he needs. It's prayers, spirits, worship, believing. You don't want more than that. Okay? Two worlds, but the same thing. Now, he's saying very clear, why do these people, these pastors, these leaders, why do they not want to hear from the elders in the villages, or the opinion of those who had the vision and saw the glory of the Most High? Okay, and why do they hate poor people? They hate them. And that's why I hate those churches in Africa, even if it is the Kimbangu or Tokwist or whatever. Okay, because of that. Then you see a white guy preaching there, and you would see this white teeth. And that white guy, yeah, amen, hallelujah. Hey, my people, and the sheeps, yeah, yeah. Even Michael Jackson made himself white, so our people have big complex. They have a terrible thinking if it comes to the white man. Sometimes if you just walk or just cut your hair somewhere and you hear how they speak about the white man created. The white man, if we would be white, the white guy, oh, the white man, oh, in Africa, we are nothing, we are stinking, we are the Most High, cursed us, the white man, oh, if I would have a white woman, oh, if I would be in the white man's world, oh, if I would be now in the white man's country, oh, if I would have white, and I'm like, wow. I like the Most High did a great job. He just put everything upside down and no one is understanding anything. And people like me, Master, my goodness, in this crazy world, I don't know why I'm here. I have to teach the dumbest people in the earth. And even Ezekiel said it before. He said, how dumb are these people? And the Most High answered and said, if you would teach the same things to the white dudes, to the nations, they would understand a long time ago. But if you start teaching these freaks, they will kill you. Kill you. Okay? And because you don't want to die, just know when you want to teach and speak, because they will definitely kill you. Yeah? But if a freaking pastor is teaching, no one kills him, no one touches him. YouTube is promoting his page. How many views do you like, pastor? How many money? How much? It's a damn pastor. It's a pastor. If someone says he's a pastor, he's a devil. Even if he's not, if he knows or not, he is. He's not teaching something that can build us. They're dragging us to court. These rich people, they just there. Nice grabber. They have to look nice. What is with my hairs? They have to look perfect, because everything that is poor has nothing to do with the Most High. The Most High is by the rich. The Most High, He stays with those. Yeah, long live the rich. All the rich people have their Most High. You will not go to a rich people and he will tell you Jesus as well, and maybe he will tell you Jesus even more than you have, even better than you understand him. Don't joke with the rich people. They know Jesus. Don't worry about that. This is what they know. But you will be not able. They have no chance to understand uh, the Most High. They are limited with Jesus. Very limited with Jesus. I have another um Bible verse. Okay. Yet the Most High does not dwell in houses made by hands. As the prophet says, heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool. What kind of house will you build for me? Says Tatanzambi. Or what is the place of my rest? Did not my hands make all these things? You stiff necked people, uncircumcised in heart and ears. You always resist the Holy Spirit. Like I said, they have something. You really tell him spiritual stuff, he does not get it at all. He thinks like, what is this guy talking about? He in this book is written like that. It's like we are different people. Yeah. If you speak to pastors or this colonels, government people, whatever, to the most of the people, the spiritual things, they do not get it. And that's why they built houses. Big houses of stones. This is the Most High's house. How can this the most be the Most High's house? And it continues. As your father did, so do you. Which of the prophet did your fathers not persecute? Okay? If you see this pastor or whatever, he is in peace. He's a damn liar. He can't be a God sent person. Then I heard people, TB Joshua from the Most High, TD Jakes, Gary Copeland or whatever. Hey, Joyce Meyer, you hear Joyce Meyer speaking, having all these people around her. Just speak the truth. Tell the people what is really going on with the black people, who they are, what the Most High really said about the world, how he gonna destroy all of this fake ass. No. You teach one time like that, in your room there will be coming people doing the worst to you, and you're gonna understand. Okay, this was too much. So people, brothers and sisters, religion, that what we do here, uh, is politic. Everyone that teaches religion is a politician. It's the same like a religious politician leader. He is a spiritual speaker, like Hitler. Do you remember that guy? Okay, do you remember that guy? And did you think that he and Himmler and all of them separated spirituality with Osman Ataturk and all of them? Always religious. Muhammad, huh? He was a warrior. What was David? What was Solomon? They killed and everything, and the Most High was behind them, isn't it? So if we speak about spiritual stuff and religion, what they used to call it today, yeah, it's politic. It's pure politic. It's dangerous. Okay? So what do these people teach? I told you these people killed this Jesus of the book. Yeah? Because he was speaking politic. He became dangerous to them. Yeah? And they killed those who announced beforehand the coming of the righteous one, whom you have betrayed and murdered, and you who received the law as delivered by angels, and they did not keep it. Okay? The law and all this is spiritually. This will be not taught. They don't know it. Yeah, you can read the whole chapter, and you're gonna see how he kills man because he said those kind of things. Yeah, that you know the Most High is not sitting in any stone house. Okay, let me just see if I have some questions here. If not, then I'm gonna close this. Okay. Okay, very good. Thank you very much for being here, and yeah, I will see you very soon, right? Ingeta.